Because on top of you having the best quarterback of all time, you cheated. You cheated on top
But
of
so
that.
did that
You tried to
quarterback.
cheat.
But why is
No.
everybody ignoring that? So did that quarterback.
So hold on, y'all think? So you honestly think that it was Tom's idea? He came in and said, "Hey, bro, go start
I don't give
recording
an F
practice."
for what.
A
I'm
win's
saying,
a win.
if me and
Who
you go rob a
cares?
bank, do you think they give a damn who idea it was to go rob the bank and we both robbed the bank?
So
What are you
you think
talking
that
about?
program? So he watched Brady win in high school. He won in college. He won without Belichick. We have not seen Belichick win a thing without that boy.
That right there.
What did Brady
the
win in
people
college?
were saying.
Because they kept choosing between him and Drew Henson.
First ballot because that shit was all because of Tom.
Flatline. Make a master plan, watch it backfire. Burn it all down and collect the ashes. Build it back. Respect your
Before any of that, y'all know what the breaking news of the week is. Mr. Belichick was snubbed as a first time or first ballot Hall of Famer. So, no greater football minds to speak on something like this than the guys I got right in front of me. So, because we took up so much time, let's try to keep it short and sweet, but get y'all spit off.
I'll keep it real short. Fuck him.
No, bro,
Fuck
8
him.
rings and he still doesn't get in.
Cry
It's
about
crazy.
Cry about it. Keep crying. About it.
Everyone, just understand that's coming from a Raider fan, so don't worry about him. Okay, he doesn't understand winning.
You remember?
He doesn't understand winning.
No, hold on. Y'all remember when he got up here on the podcast talking about some? It's okay to cheat.
Isaiah, you also are correct, I reckon. Y'all both right.
There's no problem with that. Win's a win.
When the Hall of Fame voters collude to keep that same cheater out, now you want to act hurt. Ain't nobody trying to.
But here's my question, Isaiah. Here's my question though. Are they gonna do that to number 12 though? If that's what it's based on, are y'all gonna do that to him?
Fuck no.
That don't fit my narrative. That don't fit my narrative. So you don't keep the flake gate out?
That's what I'm saying.
That don't fit my narrative.
The flake gate gets to go first ballot though?
Yeah, the flake gate gets to go.
Because if he
my whole thing is Bill Belichick, is 83 and 144 without Tom Brady. 104 without Tom Brady.
That's nasty.
And what's Tom Brady record without Belichick?
He got a Super Bowl ring without him and 2 wins this season.
Like, where does that stop? Like,
okay. I mean? Let's look up Tom Brady's record.
Like Brady, y'all act like Brady was Brady them first 3 Super Bowls.
They sure do.
Belichick is 219 and 64 with him.
Thank you. It sounded like he needed him a whole lot more. Tom Brady is 37 and 20 without Belichick.
But he just doesn't come into the league. I feel like Bill Belichick had a huge part in that in the first 3 Super Bowls.
And that goes without saying.
So please explain to me what quarterback he has developed since Tom Brady, because he had nothing to do with Tom. That wasn't him. How come Tom's the only one he's developed? Yeah. How come Tom's the only?
He didn't need to develop anybody else. Was he had him?
So Mac Jones ain't come in and he couldn't develop Mac Jones?
Mac Jones was solid that first year.
He won 10 games and went to the playoffs.
Well, how come he can help Pam Newton recover from the
hold on.
Cam Newton.
Marv, don't entertain his foolishness, because he's not finna sit up here and act like he wasn't calling Mac Jones all types of garbage, all types of trash that very next season when they started failing.
Because he was playing trash. I can't. What? If you start playing trash, nigga, I'm gonna go off the product on the field. But I've been on the firm belief, even when he was just balling on that stuff, I brought it up. People forget that he was playing cool that first season that he got to the Patriots.
Yeah, Flex, you too, motherfucker. If you watching this, you said the same shit. Oh, I owe him a phone call. Yes. You call that nigga too. Yeah, Flexy Flex.
Look, this clearly has nothing to do with football. I mean, it's that simple. It had nothing to do with football.
What does it have to do with it? What's going on?
you still.
What they
I'm
do
just
that?
wondering. You still have not named the QB that he has developed, bro. Bro, he needed Tom more than Tom needed him, bro. You can miss me with that.
That could be
You can
true,
miss me
but the
with that.
resume is still the resume. Like what are we doing?
Whatever. I don't know of any coach whose record is that trash.
And
Without
all
one
his
single
championships,
player. What-
wasn't with Tom.
The other one, he was a defensive
As the head
coordinator.
coach.
I've been telling y'all, he's an overglorified.
Okay, and the
defensive
Patriots
coordinator.
had a top 10 defense down there every year for that first half of his Patriots tenure that we're talking about.
Yeah, that's cute.
Y'all act like he was just sitting there just
You're
collecting
proving my point.
championships, not doing
You're
something.
proving my point. You're proving my
All of
point.
these Super Bowl teams were
Overglorified
defensive teams
DC.
except for the Moss and them, and they lost.
He's an overglorified defensive coordinator, in my opinion.
I think they're just punishing him for the video of people's practices and shit.
Yeah, Ragu, you
Yeah,
remember that
they-
situation
yeah.
better than I would. So
They like
give me
these-
your
these-
professional
that
take
too.
on this one.
I feel like being professional.
Real, you was like 10 years old.
I chose sports over cartoons, so I remember this shit.
Being
Why you even
professional.
question me on that?
I feel like he deserves to be here. He's been part of 8 Super Bowl winning teams. And I'll tell you something even crazier. You want to hear something that sounds crazy? Him and Brady too. They played in 14 of last weekend's games.
Mhm.
14 of them, bro. Come on now. But I do think they punishing them for recording people's practices and shit. I guess they're just trying to make a statement about that. But
What do you think about the coward spirit of not standing on what your vote was? Like, oh boy, talking about, oh, I don't remember who I voted for, knowing damn well, like
you know how we say about these voters, bro. They get in there and they get a little too power hungry. You feel me? They get like almost an ego trip. Like, yeah, you used to talk that shit when I was trying to interview you. Now, look, I got you.
And that's what people were saying too. He wasn't the friendliest when it came to media. And same thing with T.O. Wasn't the friendliest when it came to media. And when they had their chance.
How
But
many
that's
times
not
have
what
I
it just.
said-
But it shouldn't
Hey,
be
JC.
about that though, Ragu.
No,
Like,
but JC, how many times have I said on this show particularly that you have to be a media darling as well as the stats and the play back it up? You got to be a media darling. You got to be, and like some of these guys that's in the Hall of Fame, and this is no disrespect, but some of these guys get in over the other guys because they were media darlings. The media loved them.
I
Speaking
don't
of T.O.,
think
hold on,
Popovich is gonna have that problem personally.
But speaking of T.O., where was this energy at when he didn't get voted in?
I definitely had this energy. 100%.
Me too.
He was,
I definitely had this energy.
A lot of people.
And in a way, Coop, I'm glad you brought that up. In a way, that's probably why I'm not like more passionate, because I'm like, well, they did this with the T.O. very unfairly.
the wrong way.
And not only did they do it to T.O., they literally admitted that if they would have known he was going to respond the way he did, as far as like how he handled everything with the Hall of Fame, they're like, we probably wouldn't have voted for him again. There was voters who admitted that. So proving his point even further that your reason had nothing to do with football. And T.O. ain't never got suspended or arrested or accused of no cheating or none of that shit. So
yeah, well, the only time he got suspended was from Philadelphia themselves. When they shut him down for the rest of the 2005 season, that second year. That's the only time he got suspended. But besides it, there was a lot of outcry for. And by the way, I was 9 when that happened, so I do remember shit like that.
Bro, Belichick will be all right with his.
Yeah, Belichick will be in regardless.
But
and the answer to the Deflategate thing,
25-year-old nurse taking care of him.
Let me tell everybody out here that got 2 ears.
That's what I'm saying. What if Bill don't even make it to the next Hall of Fame?
He will.
I'm talking about his literally, they get his age.
Oh, okay, literally. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I just and let me say this for people that got 2 ears in the brain, right? Deflategate didn't fucking matter. Deflategate is the most overinflated shit I've ever seen because the
Nigga,
pages
so
put
why'd they
belt
do it?
stats on
So
the
why'd
Colts
they do
anyway.
it? So why'd they do it?
Because
Thank you.
Goodell don't fucking like.
People can say that
Work
all they
smarter,
want.
not
Why'd you do
harder.
it then, nigga?
They still put belts ass on them. It was
Okay,
like what, 45
so that makes it
to 20?
worse. So you didn't have to do it and you did it. That makes it worse,
Thank
nigga.
you.
That don't help.
And
It
Brady
makes it
wasn't the
worse.
only
you.
one to do that. Brady
Hey,
was
Thank
work
you.
even
smarter,
Brad
not harder.
Johnson, a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Even Brad Johnson said himself that I used to
That boy said
used to
Brad
deflate the
Johnson.
ball.
It's a reason
Yeah,
why
boy.
Brad Johnson had to do it. It's a reason why Brad Johnson
No,
had
what
to
I'm
do
saying
it.
is that Brady wasn't the
Oh,
only
man.
quarterback. That's why I
But
brought up
you
Brad
talk
Johnson as an
about
example.
Brad Johnson like he paid
Come
the
on with the
man to
Brad
talk about
Johnson.
Super Bowl
I'm
winning
not talking
quarterback.
about.
Boy, you
He's
gonna
talking about
cut
it
it up, boy.
like he's like
I
that.
just lost a
He
few
was out
brain
there like
cells from
Trent
that shit. He
Dilfer,
said
boy. Don't
Brad
play that.
Johnson. Oh, come on, man. For real. Stop with the Brad Johnson shit. Make us lose some brain cells on this
Brad
motherfucker.
Johnson.
Stop it. Stop it.
You
The elite
Right,
Brad
and use your brain
Johnson.
cells when I sit back and say that I was using him as an example.
I will
That's
say
And
not as
yes,
good
you
as
have to
Cleveland,
acknowledge
though.
Next,
regardless
Trent
that Brad
Dilfer.
Johnson is a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
the
Who's
Cleveland
next?
loss
Trent
is
Dilfer.
not as bad as recording the other team, though. I will say that. I will say taking a few pounds out of the ball is not as bad as fucking recording the other team's walkthrough.
Hey,
But
we
Ragu,
we needed
hold
an
on.
edge. We
I do
got
kind
it.
of remember you didn't seem to be that hard on pause before I even say that. You didn't seem to be that tough on
That's
Harbaugh when the
crazy
Michigan
work.
spit happened though. Because I remember we had
That
an
is
episode you and Famous
crazy
going
work.
back and forth about that.
That was the sign language thing.
Yep.
It's still in the sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys were recording practice,
Literally recording practices.
sneaking guys in and recording. They recorded y'all. I guess
Yeah.
before you was a Ram fan, but that's how they say that's how they won that first Super Bowl.
It was that long ago?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they
I'm
did
thinking
that
it's
shit for
like
years.
mid thousands.
No, they did that shit for
right
years.
from the start. They said this guy.
I will say,
Yeah,
like,
between that
They said-
that and playing them earlier that year in like week 10 on Sunday Night Football, that's why the Patriots won that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
what a time.
even
No,
because Josh
well,
McDaniels took that practice to Denver, and even he was like, "Yeah,
he got caught.
I forgot
He
what
got
player
caught doing
said. Yeah, what player said that, but he was like, the first 5 games, he was like, the coach would tell him, if you turn around right here at this moment, it's gonna be right in your hands, or you're gonna knock it down. And sure enough, all of them had their best season, like first 6 games, and he got caught with it,
Yeah.
and then they lost like
They
9
was
out of the
running
next
that.
10.
That was the program. You know, as I think about it, Coop, we was talking about it earlier, right, this morning.
Yeah.
This is a statement of saying that they're telling Belichick, nigga, that was great. That's what they say.
That's really all it is. Like they could try to use all the other cheating, spit, and all that, but I know y'all not gonna do that to him. So I mean, that's really all
At the
y'all
end of the
saying.
day, they said that was
And
great.
why I think it's unfair, Ragu, because if Belichick, let's say Brady
It's
goes to the Bucks,
unfair.
right, and Belichick just says, "I'm gonna just walk away. I'm not coaching ever again." I don't
Please
think
do.
we're having this discussion. I think everything that's transpired after that, obviously including Brady winning, but everything that's transpired after that is what people are holding against him for what he did the 20 years prior.
What did he also do before that? He was a bumco head coach, man. He wasn't nothing until that boy Tom Brady put on that 12 jersey, came out there. I don't care what you hollering
Isaiah,
about
but all
this
that
game
being said,
management. I don't
he
care what you hollering
he
about.
still has a better resume than every first ballot coach that got
name
in.
me
Even with that being said,
name me another head coach who has gotten away with full on cheating like that.
Don't be mad because we're willing to do what's necessary.
Record is full on, pause, connected to one player. To one player.
so it don't
Not
count.
one team, one player.
So it don't count.
He's an overglorified.
Because did basketball do that to Phil Jackson? He ain't win spit without Kobe or Jordan. Phil ain't win jack spit without Kobe or Jordan.
The difference in what you just said was at least his transferred over from Chicago to LA. Bill
Didn't
Belichick
transfer over
has
to New
had
York.
So
That nigga,
what?
leave us out of it. Leave New York out of it.
So my thing is Bill Belichick didn't do well
I was like, hey,
as a head coach before the Patriots. He was all right.
Bro,
Before Tom
Phil Jackson
with the
walked
Patriots.
into a brewing Chicago Bulls who was already right effing there. They were already right there with the best player on the planet at the time.
So
That's what he walked into.
And this the same thing.
Jordan retires. This nigga didn't go back to the finals during that time. In fact, the nigga was under 500 by the time Jordan got back.
Yeah.
You done?
Look up that season.
Let me know when you finish. You done?
Done with that portion.
So
go ahead.
So you're talking. So again, you can only point to that one season where Jordan was retired. We're halfway through it before he came back. They were under 500. Oh, season. So okay. So what about that first season? Did they not make the playoffs?
They did.
Did they not make the East?
So hold on. Belichick made the playoffs without Brady too.
Divisional round.
So that's the same split. They both made playoffs without the guy.
Oh, you killing me, son.
Then he inherits a team that has Kobe and Shaq, who also was on the brink.
That was more a product of Boo Boo division.
So my whole thing is why couldn't those other coaches consistently get over the hump? Yeah. Since they had Jordan, you said the best player in the world now. They had Jordan. They had Pip.
Why couldn't they do it? This probably has never been said, and I'll probably get killed for it, but I don't give a F, bro. With how Detroit was imploding in that 1990 season, with how they were already imploding in that 90 season, bro. I think Doug Collins still probably gets that, at least that first one. I'm not saying he wins 11, but he at least gets that year for sure if he's still there. Because that was his split anyway.
Gentlemen, thank you. You just admitted to me that Jordan and the Bulls benefited from league expansion.
I didn't say spit about expansion.
Thank you.
I didn't say anything about expansion.
You just said the way the Pistons imploded. Why did they implode?
Well, yeah, part of it was niggas that they had to get, but they got rid of players before they won the second one. They got rid of players before they won the second one. That's not all what I'm saying.
We all saw the 30.
You see how you trying to twist that spit back to your bron-sexual comments? It has nothing to do with
What did this have to do with Bron? Did I bring up Bron? You brought up Bron. I didn't say anything about Bron.
I know what you doing.
I haven't said a word about Bron.
I know what you doing.
I haven't said a word about Bron.
Detroit was imploding in more ways than just having to get rid of a couple players. Mahorn wasn't even on that second team.
Sure,
bottom line is the AFC least was whack as hell. They was soft as shit.
If anything, use that as an argument then. I'm saying use that as your argument then.
You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. That's the thing is you wouldn't let me finish. You wouldn't let a brother finish.
You asked a specific question about other coaches who had a similar trajectory. I brought up Phil Jackson.
I didn't ask that question. You just brought up Phil Jackson.
I didn't.
What was the exact? You asked about name another coach. Whatever words you said, it was something. I'm paraphrasing.
I said connected to one player. You named two players.
Kobe and Jordan. I mean, what?
That's two players. That's two different players.
I remember. Hold on. As a Laker fan, I remember Phil specifically saying he wasn't coming to the Lakers until we got more help. In that 07-08 season. I remember that again.
Once again.
So he was telling you, like, nigga, you need to have the chips laid already before I walk in and coach this.
And then once again, you're comparing apples to oranges.
What you gonna say? Oh, it's basketball
versus football.
Oh, it's basketball. That's what you're gonna say? Like, come on, man. It's a coach that's connected.
So Ragu. Are basketball and football even close to winning the same as a team sport, and how much responsibility is demanded by each and every player?
No, we know that.
But you over here trying to give credit to one player, though. But meanwhile, you're contradicting yourself because you're trying to give credit to one player right now.
I asked whose record. I asked what coach. I said
great players.
I do agree with that. I don't disagree with that. However, I'll make it this simple. Name another NFL coach Name another college football coach, any type of football coach whose record is connected that much to one specific
First you would
player.
have to find another coach who got a record like that, which they don't. You would have to find another coach with a resume like that, which they don't. So let's do that first before we answer
so
that.
you would say this bum coat artist got blessed with the best quarterback of all time.
He was not the best quarterback of all time when
when
Belichick got there, Isaiah.
That's a fact.
That's the part that you're missing.
That's a fact. He went from fourth string to second string, and for real, Brady wouldn't have seen the field. If it wasn't for Mo Lewis. They had just signed Bledsoe to a 10-year contract.
10-year deal, yeah.
And
Was it
again,
100 mil?
again,
100 million, and he was working at the time.
Again, y'all pulling straws.
Did Belichick develop Brady, or was Brady determined to be good? Because
I think two things are true.
The track record is
My thing
he
is-
didn't develop any other quarterback.
Okay, I will say this. I think two things. I think two things are true.
Hold on.
I think two things are true.
My other thing is we've watched Brady win in high school. He won in college. He won without Belichick. We have not seen Belichick win a thing without that boy.
That right there.
What did Brady
the
win in
people
college?
Were saying. That is
He
what
won a
the
national championship
voters,
at Michigan.
That's
When
what
he
the
beat-
voters
yeah.
were fucking saying right there again.
Was it the Fiesta Bowl, Isaiah?
You won a national championship at
Was he
Michigan.
on the team? Because he had a lot of issues staying on the field.
Yes, he was.
He was
on the team, but was he the quarterback?
He was on the team.
He
Yes,
was
he
one.
was.
Yeah, I know he was on the
Yeah.
team. Was he the quarterback?
Yes, nigga. Look
Because they kept choosing. Because they kept choosing between him and Drew Henson.
First ballot because that shit was all because of Tom. That's what they're saying.
Then that, you know what that means? That means that Tampa Bay Super Bowl was the worst thing that ever happened to Belichick.
It was.
Tom.
Absolutely.
No, you're right. That was bad. That was bad.
Because at the same time,
hold on, which is funny, ironically, Ragu, because as I recall, when all grind was getting cracking, that was the biggest argument me and you used to have. Is I was trying to give Brady credit for it, and you was talking about how loaded the damn team was. And now that same thing is being used against Belichick to help Tom.
Different motives, different
The
prerogatives.
coach can switch teams and say, "Hey, look, that roster looks good. I'm gonna go over there." The quarterback can do that, and that's what the quarterback did. But Belichick was stuck with what he had put together or whatever. Brady looked at the league, looked at the rosters, and was like, "Okay, these guys. That's the difference."
And then brought his people over there on top of that.
Okay,
Usually
we can
the coach is
exclude
going
we can
to a
ex-
bad team, right?
you
Usually
can
the
exclude
coach
Brady
is
from winning
going
in
to a
college.
bad team.
Technically,
The
he was the
quarterback
backup
in this
quarterback.
case, as a free agent, you're not going to a bad team. You're going wherever you want to go, and Brady did that. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I knew you was going to cover that, JC. I knew you was going to cover that.
Any last words on that?
I just think there's a lot of.
Said it was more Tom than you. They made a statement.
And that's the moral of the story, yeah.
Yeah. Now, do we agree with that? I guess is the question.
Well, that's not even my question, Ragu. My question is, even if that's true, is that enough to keep him from being a first ballot Hall of Famer?
For me, it is. Because on top of getting
to
the
me,
best
that's the real
quarterback
$1 million
of all,
question.
to get because on top of you having the best quarterback of all time, you cheated. You cheated on top
But
of
so
that.
did that
You tried to
quarterback.
cheat.
But why is everybody ignoring that? So did that quarterback.
So hold on, y'all think? So you honestly think that it was Tom's idea? He came in and said, "Hey, bro, go start
I don't
recording
give a
tax."
F for what.
Oh,
I
win
said,
the win.
if me and you
Who
go rob
cares?
a bank, do you think they give a damn who idea it was to go rob the bank and we both robbed the bank?
So you think that
talking about?
program? So you think that program wasn't in place before he got there?
I mean, there was no accusations before that. We'll never know.
Brother, it's your.
The only reason why the
my thing
accusations
is-
came out in the
my
first
thing
place
is-
because of Eric
thing is-
Mangini.
All right, let me
That's
my
the only
thing
reason why it
is-
came
listen,
out.
Hold on, Isaiah.
It's
I
the
got you.
same.
Let me
It's
ask
the
you
same
like
thing.
this.
It's the same thing with
Do
the
you
Boston
think
Red Sox in
Brady made
2018 when they
Belichick
cheated the
before
Dodgers.
Win's a win.
In 2018, when
Hold on.
when
What'd you say,
the
Ricky?
Red Sox in 2018 when the Red Sox cheated the Dodgers, none of the pitchers had no idea that the trash bin thing that had been brought over from Houston was even going on.
I can't speak to that. I didn't dig into details of any of the baseball cheating spit other than the
So
Astros.
if you listen to most of the players who came over and when Josh McDaniels brought that crap over to Denver from New England when they were recording practices in the first 6-7 games and stuff like that, when he said they was balling, none of them knew that the coaches were going to record practices. What happened is they would come and tell them, hey, sit right here in this spot. It's going to be right there. Go right there in that spot. It's going to be right there. Hey, play this cover too, but drop back a little bit further because he likes to throw it right over the top, right here, and you'll have a pick. They're not actually going over there and showing them the recorded practices. Players talk too much.
So what you're saying? So we're just saying is Brady didn't cheat. That's what you're saying in the nutshell. Brady never cheated.
Brady himself didn't cheat. He benefited from the cheating. Yes, he absolutely did.
So that doesn't inflate his resume? If you benefited from cheating?
Doesn't fit my prerogative.
Let's ask a serious question here. Besides the goofball up there, does anybody really give a fuck if he's going to the Hall of Fame or not?
Oh, I don't really care. I
told you because of the T.O. spit.
It's just I hate.
It's the only reason why I'm not more passionate about it. Because it's like y'all did T.O. like that. I really don't give a damn that you did the old tall guy like that.
Thank you.
That was egregious itself. So
there you go.
Football guy, I kind of, I want to be able to have an opinion on it, but I really.
But Coop, you know what? This is also something I think about, and why another reason I'm passionate about it. Because if you could do Belichick like that, what they gonna do to your boy Tom? When it's all said and done. How they gonna do him if they could do Belichick like that? What the F you think they gonna do to him?
They gonna treat him.
That's another reason why I feel like we should speak up as well. Because if they could do the greatest,
the question is,
quote unquote coach ever, we don't stand a damn chance when the time comes.
But the question is whether you believe Mike Tomlin is a Hall of Fame head coach.
I think he's Hall of Fame. Absolutely.
First ballot. Certainly not first ballot.
That's my only thing. Is he a first ballot Hall of Fame head coach? I'm not even hating on him. He is a very good coach.
My question to y'all is, why do y'all think he's not first ballot?
I mean, brother, he only has one Super Bowl. He has when I say one Super Bowl,
I was about to say
in respect to some other coaches, and you're talking about first ballot. We're talking about first ballot here.
So every coach that's gone to the Super Bowl first ballot has multiple Super Bowls.
I'm not saying that. However, if you want to go based off of your boy, who has been left out of the Hall of Fame and things of that nature, they set a different standard, did they not?
Who are you talking about?
Between Brady and Belichick, did they not? Since you want to say it's never going to 8 Super Bowls, that's unheard of, never going to happen again. 6 is the head coach. He set a new standard, did he not?
Absolutely.
I don't understand. Set a new standard regarding what though?
As far as coaching,
on what a first ballot Hall of Fame head coach is.
He should be a first ballot Hall of Fame.
That's the problem. Now you just said that's not the standard.
I'm gonna read.
I'm saying. I
want y'all to hear the 5 first ballot head coaches.
Even before this, I'm sorry, I wouldn't necessarily have put Mike Tomlin in first ballot. I would have still put him in, probably not first ballot.
I think he's asking JC, like, does this set a standard for coaching now? If this fool didn't get in first ballot,
it absolutely does.
Well, that was my point. Cool. That's what I'm saying. It's not really about Belichick or why I'm so passionate. I'm thinking specifically about yo boy. Like, what the hell they gonna do to him? Like, it was a question of maybe is he first ballot? Now it's like there's no way they can make him first.
But here's the thing. There's coaches who don't have a ring that's in the Hall of Fame. So when the time comes, we're just gonna have to talk about it again. We don't know.
Here are your first head coaches.
They just set such a high bar.
Because the president, right?
This is what it really comes down to for me. I feel like by them doing this, you just set such a high bar for them to be able to F over Kim Vogt to us. You know what I'm saying? People that look like us Was you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you could
I
do
get it.
To times 10 now because
Right.
now they could just point to
Look how
we didn't
we
even
did
let
Belichick.
Belichick in first ballot.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
That's true.
That's honestly what rubs me the wrong way with this.
Good point.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
get
good
it.
point.
Yeah, I get what you were saying. That's what I'm saying. I kind of get what both of y'all were saying. That's what I'm saying. But it's just like
So
that's
it's
the
just
real
my thing with Tomlin is across 19 seasons, while he has maintained never having a losing record, it is some of the playoff letdowns that we have seen, especially here in the past recent years, where they had teams that you would look at and you would like, especially the way they played throughout the season, you would think they would make it further than the wild card round or even the divisional round after getting a bye. I'm sorry, he's 8-12 in the playoffs. Granted, he does have a Super Bowl championship. I'm not denying that, but first ballot, I don't think so. Hall of Famer, yes.
No.
First ballot, no.
I feel
I
like
would have said that before. I would have said
what does
that
it take?
At the end of the day,
I would have said
honestly,
that before Belichick.
honestly, at the end of the day, you would just vote no then. That's all. That's it.
No, I'm not saying. And again, I said I just on the first ballot, second and third ballot.
But
Yes,
generally, what does it usually take to be first ballot?
Multiple.
You
That's
did
why I wanted
something
to
that hasn't been done before. We can say that about Tom. He has things on his coaching resume that hasn't been done before and got the Super Bowl for good measure.
things or a thing. You have one thing.
That no one else has ever done.
I don't know. I think if Belichick is not a first ballot, Tomlin's not a first ballot. Belichick has the resume of all the five first ballot Hall of Famers, if not more.
That's not my point. My point is you guys just forced it to where Tomlin there's no question that he's not first ballot now because of what you just did. Before it was like at least maybe there's a conversation. There's zero conversation now because of what they just did.
And I agree with
And
that.
honestly, it should be zero conversation, or I'm not gonna say should be. It
should
will
be
be
zero conversation with Belichick.
conversation going forward for any coach going
I
forward.
agree.
And maybe even some players that I think might get upped over because of this.
Tomlin can say, I didn't feel nobody practice.
Before you flatline, make a master plan, watch it backfire. Burn it all down and collect the ashes. Build it back, respect your passion.